I'd like to introduce you guys, getting right to our next guest. I am excited to have him, the ultimate, and I'm very honored to have him. He's like a brother to me. From my hometown, San Diego, you know, we grew up together. Paul, the ultimate Vaden, you guys probably know him. Very popular guy. He's making an impact globally, not just in the community, nationwide. With Answer the Bell, he's about to release a book. He speaks on in numerous engagements. He's a retired champion boxer, as you all know, focused and driven. That's his attitude. Thank you for coming on the show today, Paul. I am honored to have you.
Colethea, it's a true pleasure, and I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So Paul, you already know what I'm talking about before we get into the interview. What's up with the pesos down in Dago, man?
Times are rough. I mean, you know, things. People kind of goes into the prelude of what I speak about, which is the whole mentality, which being focused and driven, but also leading to the Answer the Bell message, and permeates from just dealing in the difficult times and how you deal with you know, having that champion stick-to-itiveness, that champion-like attitude, and right now. Pesos and things like that are not dealing like challenge like contenders. They're not dealing like champions right now. Right.
Well, you hear it right there, you guys. Come on and call into Paul. Talk to him. Talk to me. 347-215-8709. Live chat, BillGroninJoy.com. Now, Paul, you know, you're a very popular guy. Everyone knows. I mean, you were with Don King. You know, you pay-per-view. So just let everybody know, for those that don't know, you know, there's a lot of new age people coming up that don't know who you are, who they should know who you are. Let them know who you are and just your story, your background, because it's absolutely inspiring.
Oh, thank you. It's interesting. I started boxing at the age of 8 years old in 1976, and the goal and the purpose at that time was that I was a mama's boy, and I'm the oldest of three, and because I didn't go out and have a lot of recreational activity with other boys on a street corner and things like that, my father didn't like it, and so that caused him to want me to get involved in some form of recreational activity, only truthfully for him to get me like in a YMCA type setting, you know, for kickball and just organized, like I said, recreational play. I've always been fascinated by boxing from the time I think I was 4 years old. Mr. Muhammad Ali was the guy that I would always see, and he would be this, like I said, superhero. He had this superhero effect on me, you know, and because of that, I just didn't, being young, I really didn't have an outlet or a way to express what I was feeling when I would see him or to imitate it. So when the YMCA became open to me, there was a boxing team. And it got me, and that's where I got my start, and that's where I learned my craft. That's also, Colethea, where I immediately found out what I wanted to do with my life, and I knew that I wanted to become champion of the world. From that time, my purpose, my whole drive, being focused and driven, was about becoming the champion of the world. And I sat there and I did everything that needed to be done. I didn't shortcut any areas. And, you know, when individuals in the summer camps, and I'm talking about the age of 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, when they were out having free play, doing, you know, swimming and everything, you know, things that kids should do, I was in the gym consuming and learning my craft and also watching videos and just reading up on great people. So it elevated to an area where I got to points where I became a very accomplished amateur, and as you know, things as my career grew, I was on the U.S. team and our U.S. team captain, and was able to. The blessing of that was I was able to travel all over the world. I mean, and
right.
You know, become enriched internationally and also become known. And as I elevated to the professional ranks, I was able to fulfill my prophecy and fulfill my dream and become champion of the world. So just a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, but at the same time learning and also knowing that this was a vehicle to other areas and other avenues, and I've always kept my ears open and my mouth closed and trying to absorb as much as possible from people that I can become, like I said, enriched as an individual.
Right, definitely. And I can vouch for that. I mean, growing up, we just thought, golly, Paul is always gone. He's never around. But every time we come to your mother's house, I'll be like, wow, look at that belt. Is that a ruby? It's like, just jewels all over your champion belt. This is just amazing. I'm like, hey, she's really doing it. I mean, you had the whole place shooken up. So I can definitely vouch for that. Very, very focused and driven. And that's what I kind of want to transition it on, and I had mentioned this video that's on From the Hustle to the Boardroom in the Facebook group page. My partner put up a great video with Will Smith talking on the same things that you're talking about, your mindset. You just know that you can achieve it, know that you can get it, and it's possible. He even said, like, if you think 2 plus 2 equals 4, then it's going to equal 4, but 2 plus 2 doesn't necessarily have to equal 4. So just tell the audience a little more about that mindset of just, whatever you set your mind to, it's possible, and that's when you come up with the term with focused and driven. So just let it to talk about that a little more to everyone.
Well, and I echo those sentiments as far as what is stated. What can be? I have my own term, which is the passion for the possible, and what can be. And in every facet of life, when you're trying to drive and try to elevate yourself, you're always going to have to deal with naysayers and the forms of negativity, and we call it people who like to drink haterade. And so when those situations happen like that, what intangibles are instilled in you to not allow you to succumb to that, and not allow you to relent, or not allow you to give up on your dreams? I can't tell you the mass amount of people, and you notice, that grew up on our streets who had, just unbelievable talents, but because they didn't actually probably perfect their craft, or didn't believe in their craft, or possibly was told what they couldn't do, or told to get in the back of the line, or just like I said, all this negative input, it just allowed them to drown in misery, and also it also took away their passion for what they possibly could do. So that being said, I was blessed with to have the innate ability to know what can be, and also with my spiritual beliefs, and knowing that through God all things are possible, and that also allowed me to understand that if I did the right things, and not only just as far as being talented, because I'm a believer, as I said, open up avenues, that the more blessed you become, the nicer you should become. You shouldn't become an individual who, you know how it can be. People get a little shine, and then they start to get a little different. I believe the more blessed you become, exactly. Stay humble. Yeah. Still say that funny person, goofy or whatever, weird, whatever you want to call it, but know that you're blessed. But I'm able. My point I was saying is, I was able to always close out when people were telling me that what couldn't be done. Because if you think about it, if in my craft, there's lots of people that work hard. There's lots of people that have been talented. There's lots of people that have the skill and everything else, and do all the right things, and still not become known, or not become champion, or not even get the opportunity to become champion. So you have to really understand that one turn wrong to the right or to the left could be caused, your finale of you becoming accomplished in what you're desiring to achieve. So I have the innate ability to stay the course, and stay the course no matter what. And don't get me wrong, everything wasn't always peaches and cream, because, like I said, I had my points where you felt that the door was closing, or that things were stagnant, or that maybe, like I said, naysayers would tell me that I was behind the schedule, and and certain things, maybe a fight was canceled or something. Anything. I mean, I'm human, so that could bring you emotionally down. But I always was able to, at the end of the day, to take in that the emotional input, the positivity, because I'm a positive person, and then I was willing to answer the bell, and able to answer the bell, and know that things were going to get better, and that there was sunshine at the end of it. So that's pretty much my beliefs.
Definitely. That's definitely, and it's right on point. Try to encourage everyone to have that mindset. You can't give up. You got to keep pushing, even in where you think it's not going to happen. That's when it's about to happen. So you got to keep pushing. Well, we're going to take a quick break, Paul, and when we return, I want to talk about now. That you're a retired boxer. You got a lot going on with Answer the Bell. Got a lot going on with your training company, Paul, the Ultimate Workout. And I want to talk a little more about that and let the listeners hear. So definitely, everyone, the lines are open, 347-215-8709. We are in live chat, BillGrownandJoy.com. Talk to Paul. He is a great motivator. He's been there, done that, been around some very great and inspirational people. He can tell you, the experiences, the positivity he just drives is just absolutely phenomenal. Now, Paul, you have something going on with your the ultimate workout. I told you if I was in San Diego, I would have you train me. I'll probably die.